Welcome to Second Mass, a guild with such sex appeal, BioWare had to double the guild membership cap. On today's broadcast, we bring to you a delicious treat. Deep in the bowels of the ancient Second Mass vaults, I recently discovered a holo record of my first ever on-location report at the bloody aftermath of our very first Second Massacre. Let me take you back to a time when all you could hear across the depths of the galaxy was the horrific screams of our enemies. A time when those who opposed us and their blood-soaked families gasped for their last breath of air. A time when Second Mass put the laughter back in slaughter. Excuse me a moment.
This is unacceptable. I want whoever is responsible for this will be harmed by this terrible tools.
We would like to apologize to our listeners for the technical difficulties. I personally assure you, the appropriate parties who are responsible for this gross oversight will be terminated from their position. But please note, our denticulated leader Oz, who would certainly never harm anybody, believes all disciplinary matters within the guild should be handled with forgiveness, diplomacy, and a gentle humanitarian touch. Now on to the real recording, Second Massacre, a live report at Ground Zero.
I'm going to step off the ladder now. That's one small step for Second Mass, one massive leap for Masskind.
Coruscant, this is Mission Control. Was that a pun? Over.
Mission Control, Coruscant? I do believe it was.
Roger, the decomposition is progressing beautifully. They are setting up the flag now. I guess with the pole sticking inside the skull, now it looks a lot like a tasty kebab, if you ask me.
That's okay, I'm a vegetarian, so I think I will pass on this one.
They've got the flag up now. And you can see the glimmering S&M.
Well, I guess that sounds like one hell of a party! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Over.
Are you getting a holo image now, Mission Control?
Voice. Yes, we are getting a holo image now. You're in our field of view now.
I would like to evaluate the various paces that a person can take while traveling on millions of corpses. You do have to be rather careful to keep track of your center of balance. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 paces to make sure you have your feet planted firmly in chest cavity. I can use 2, maybe 3 child-sized corpses to come to a very smooth, complete stop. The bodies have all been ravaged by wildlife. The surface is squishy and bloody. My boot sticks with each step. The brittle bones do crack and collapse into dust when I stop, like powdered charcoal to the sole of my boots. I go several inches into the flesh, maybe 1/9 of a foot. I can see the footprints left in each corpse as I trudge through our slain enemies.
You sociopath! Over!
That was the entirety of what I found on this recording, and let me just say, it was a treat. Well, thanks for tuning in, listeners. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by Zakulin Hedonistic Vacations, where anything you're looking for is Zakul with us.